Welcome to the Movu Digital Marketing Podcast.
What is up, world? It's Chris Leo here with Movu on episode 3 of the Movu Digital Marketing Podcast. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about LinkedIn, but probably in a way using LinkedIn that you've never really thought about. Obviously, our agency is a B2B business, so it's no surprise that we've done quite a bit of marketing on the LinkedIn platform. We publish to their platform regularly. We run ads on it. We do targeted organic campaigns, which is probably a great topic for another article or podcast on another day. And we've been doing it for years. I've been doing it so long, in fact, that I remember when LinkedIn launched their first version of their ad platform. And it sucked. It was terrible. But they figured out really quickly that they have a captive audience, obviously, and there's a revenue-generating possibility. So they've stuck with it, and I've seen all the different iterations, and over time, it's become a really powerful tool for us. The thing, though, about LinkedIn, and this is something probably that nobody really takes advantage of, is I've lately had a dozen or 24 conversations in the last week or so with business owners talking about not only what a great platform LinkedIn is for companies, say like mine, that's a business-to-business company, but in truth, it's actually a fantastic platform for business-to-consumer, so B2C companies as well. And I know this sounds counterintuitive, but before you shut off the video here and say fuck this guy, he's crazy, I promise it'll all make sense in a minute here. It's actually a really great platform to command attention and help build your brand. And so the easiest answer I can give you to why you should market your B2C company on LinkedIn is because it gives you access to attention. Again, we keep going back to some of these common themes over and over, and attention is one of them. This is definitely an attention economy, and everybody's battling for attention. And right now, LinkedIn as a platform is very undervalued as far as how much traffic is there and how many people are demanding attention. So it's kind of one of those, it's a great time to strike while the iron is hot type scenarios. If you can maintain attention, that's everything when it comes to building your brand. And so I look for a lot of these different little nuances and niches and things that people haven't really gotten hip to yet that gives somebody a competitive advantage at this particular time. So LinkedIn really is amazing from a social marketing perspective. Organically, if you have a great value-added piece of content and you publish it on their network, you're going to get lots of eyeballs and engagement. Again, there's not as much competition for attention. And really, truly, LinkedIn isn't just the platform where people go to post their work experience and look for their next job anymore. It's actually an active social network that's becoming more and more active, and people are actually spending their time there to consume content. And so for that very reason, even if you are a B2C business, there are plenty of ways you can capitalize and take advantage of the engagement on that platform. One thing you have to be very careful of is you don't want to mess it up and ruin this. So before you jump into this, though, you have to remember, and this is probably the most important tip in any kind of LinkedIn marketing campaign, but especially in the B2C sector, is context matters. So marketers, including myself and brands, we just have this innate ability. We somehow want to take something and ruin it. It's just kind of how the industry works. I've written in the past articles about, how marketers killed email marketing or ad banners or even marketing automation in a certain sense. So the reality is eventually somebody's going to come around and they're going to mess up this great opportunity that's currently available on LinkedIn, and it's inevitable, but you don't want to be that person. I want to see you succeed, and I want to see your campaigns really thrive. So the way that you do this without messing it up is you have to remember that every digital platform works in a specific context and a certain framework. With LinkedIn, it's no different. In fact, I think the contextual framework of LinkedIn actually is probably what makes it a little more difficult for a marketer, only because it's a business-oriented platform. So the context that matters most in LinkedIn content marketing campaigns is that it's a business platform. So you have to take a little bit different approach and a little more time crafting the messages, and really wrap things around corporate issues or business owner challenges or desires, things of that nature. And so if you can take what you're doing and put it into that type of a contextual framework, then you're going to win and you're going to get engagement, because again, the attention is actually underpriced on LinkedIn right now. So you have a much stronger chance of getting a lot more eyeballs with the same amount of effort as far as putting into the content that you do for other channels, just tweaking it a little to really make sure that you drill down the context here. So let me give you a couple of examples, because I know sometimes I throw these words out and people are like, oh, that's fine and great, but what the hell do you mean by all this? So here's what it is. Let's assume that you're a personal trainer. This is probably my favorite example, only because I think it works on so many levels, but I'll give another example after this, and really this would work literally for any B2C brand. But let's say you're a personal trainer. So you're not going to want to start an ad campaign just saying, use my, sign up for my personal training services and lose weight tomorrow. Hey, are you, wanting to get in shape this year? Work with me. My gym's right down the street from your business. That's a sales approach, right? Nobody wants that. However, what if you're a personal trainer and you put some content together? And so maybe you write an article that's 5 easy exercises that any business executive can do while on business trips in a hotel room, or maybe seven exercises you can do from your desk chair during the day to strengthen your core, let's say. So in other words, take some of the challenges and things that business owners and executives might face with relation to, say, their health, and put that spin on it. So you're addressing the question of, man, I need to be more active, but I have to be on conference calls 8 hours a day and I hardly ever get out of my chair. Or, man, every time I go on a business trip, I seem to get stuck in a hotel that doesn't have a gym, so I can't work out, and my health is starting to suffer from it. So those types of questions, if they see that content on LinkedIn, they're going to engage with it and they're going to respond to it, and they're going to start a relationship with you that will ultimately end up in them most likely becoming one of your customers. So this literally works in any industry. For instance, what if you sell luggage? One way to approach this is you could actually produce a piece of content where you take a roller bag, and maybe what you do is a how-to video, and you can show, here's how to fit, 4 suits, 3 pairs of workout clothes, casual clothes for 2 evenings out, and 6 pairs of shoes in a roll-up bag. Or maybe you write an article on reviews on the toughest type of luggage to hold up from TSA abuse. Or maybe what you do is you do an article and you talk about all the tech advances in luggage, like internal batteries that they can use to recharge their phones or run their laptops. Again, something of interest to them because they travel a lot. Winding it back towards business because you're talking about maybe being able to charge their phones and things when they're on the run, but giving them value and something that they could find interesting. Again, you just have to play in the context of the fact that it's a business platform. So whatever product or service your B2C company provides, you just need to look at it in that context. And if you do, you'll win. Really, the context is just the most important step here. And I can't speak highly enough about how undervalued attention on LinkedIn right now is. So even if you're not completely convinced on this as a marketing strategy, I just implore you, give it a try, and you'll be amazed at the results that you can achieve. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. I hope you're having a fantastic day and make it a great week. Hey guys, please take a minute to subscribe to our podcast and our blog, smash that like button, and give us some feedback in the comments. Your input means the world to me.